a retired goalkeeper lounging on a sun-bleached terrace in Marbella, suddenly finds himself suiting up for the biggest club in Spain. One month, he's living on pizza and cold beer. The next, he's in the Camp Nou tunnel, heart hammering louder than the anthem. Wojciech Szczęsny's comeback is more than a transfer twist. It's a roller coaster tale of brilliance, blunders, and a personality too large to fit inside any goal net. For months, Spanish broadcasters ran endless highlight reels of Ter Stegen's reflex saves, sighing over the void that injury had carved in Barça's season. Pundits tossed out names, a veteran from La Liga's mid-table, an academy prospect promoted 6 years too soon. But nobody predicted the call would skip 700 kilometers south, landing on a phone vibrating atop a plate of jamón ibérico. Even in Marbella, locals recognized the Pole with the grin. They'd watch him juggle a ball barefoot by the water, beer balanced on his head, daring tourists to snap a photo. The phone call comes just after lunch. Ter Stegen's knee is gone, Barcelona are desperate, and Robert Lewandowski is dialing his old friend. Szczęsny lets it go to voicemail twice. He thinks it's a prank. When he finally answers, Louis doesn't beg. He jokes, "You said you'd follow me anywhere except Bayern." Well, this isn't Bayern. The laughter masks Barça's panic. They have no plan B. Meanwhile, the Pole hasn't trained seriously in half a year. His idea of cardio is chasing his toddler around the pool. Yet something flickers. Ego, nostalgia, whatever you call the competitive spark, and he boards a private jet before sunset. Barcelona agree to a short-term deal. Fans shrug. At best, he's insurance. At worst, a meme. On the plane north, Szczęsny scribbled a pro-con list on a napkin. Under pros, Camp Nou roar, Champions League nights, one more shot at real glory. Under cons, paparazzi, Catalan humidity, the unspoken question, what if the magic is gone? The napkin stayed folded in his pocket when he landed. At the Ciutat Esportiva Joan Gamper facility, sporting director Deco greeted him with half a smile and a full medical team. Szczęsny has always thrived on chaos. As a kid in Warsaw, he practiced ballroom dance before switching to football because passing felt like a waltz and saving shots felt like break dancing. Arsenal scout him at 15. London swallows him whole. Months later, he breaks both arms when a weight rack collapses. Reporters ask what happened. He smirks. One arm in a war, the other to a shark. Nobody knows if he's kidding. By 21, he's Arsenal's number one. Pawing away penalties with a grin that drives strikers insane. But the same appetite for risk turns on him. A careless punch here, a mistimed charge there, and suddenly the tabloids call him Mad Lad Tech. Then comes Southampton, 2015. 2 soft goals conceded, a season teetering, and the infamous post-match sig in the showers. The fine is £20,000. The photo goes global. Wenger is furious yet protective. Talent like this is rare, temperament like this rarer still. But Petr Cech arrives and Szczęsny is cast into the Roman wilderness. Former Arsenal teammate Jack Wilshere recalls a day when Szczęsny bet the entire locker room he could save a penalty with his back turned. True to form, he spun at the last second and palmed the shot over the bar, then demanded everyone chip in for dinner at his favorite Turkish grill. Yet brilliance blurred into brazenness. Italy doesn't tame him, it hones him. Roma hand him the gloves and a microphone. The Szczęsny Show on the club's YouTube channel becomes cult viewing. He roasts teammates, pranks Salah, tells Rudiger his haircut looks industrial. Off camera, he grinds through double sessions, trimming the wild angles from his game. Serie A numbers spike. Most clean sheets, best save percentage, fan-voted keeper of the decade at Brentford, eclipsed by fresh heroics at the Olimpico. Yet ambition is a moving target, and Juventus come calling with the ultimate challenge. Succeed Gianluigi Buffon. Imagine shadowing a living monument. For a year, Szczęsny warms benches, studies Buffon's micro-footwork, memorizes his meditation routine. When the torch finally passes, Tech doesn't flinch. He owns 2019's Scudetto run, stops 9 league penalties across 3 seasons, and wins Serie A Goalkeeper of the Year in 2020. In Qatar, he etches a meme into World Cup folklore. VAR checks a challenge on Messi, and Szczęsny wagers €100 with Leo that it's not a pen. He loses the bet, saves the kick anyway, then jokes he never paid because the guy's loaded. Polish fans replay it like a national anthem. Life under Buffon's tutelage resembled a masterclass in restraint. Between drills, Gigi preached serenity. Tech replied with sarcastic bows. Yet by season's end, Buffon admitted the Pole's reflexes were from another planet. And then, nothing. At 34, body fine, heart tired, he retires. Marbella sunsets, family breakfasts, the simple thrill of being anonymous. Till Lewandowski rings and Barcelona toss him a lifeline disguised as a gamble. Behind every beach photo was a man quietly wrestling with purpose. Friends noticed he'd linger near pickup games, palms twitching when a ball whizzed by. He live-streamed Q&A sessions where fans bombarded him with "come back" comments. He'd shrug and say, "Goalkeeping requires madness. I left mine in London." That line aged poorly once Barça called. His first Barça training session is brutal. Extra kilos from beach life cling to him like wet sand. In rondos, he's a step late. In sprints, he's last. Flick schedules a private fitness regime. Cameras catch Tech puking behind a goal. Troll accounts declare him washed. He debuts in Copa del Rey at Barbastro, a pitch so narrow fans could high-five him during corners. He shrugs off the taunts. "I've played San Siro. This is charming. Barça win, but he's rusty." Against Benfica in Champions League, he misjudges a high line, clatters Balde, concedes, then gifts a penalty. Social media lights up, from Marbella to mistake machine. Yet Barça claw a 4-3 thriller, and Flick doubles down. Szczęsny stays starter. Pressure forges or fractures. January snaps into focus. In the Supercopa semi-final versus Athletic, he records 5 acrobatic saves, wrists ringing, adrenaline spiking. In the final against Madrid, he's sent off for flattening Mbappé. Old habits die hard, but the red barely dents Barca's spirit. Next week, Flick starts him again in La Liga. He posts back-to-back clean sheets, rides that momentum into a Champions League return leg at the Loose. 8 saves, a club record since 2004, and Barcelona survive thanks to him. Catalan press coin a nickname, El Talisman Chill. Fans chant it in a drawl that matches his laid-back stride. By spring, Barcelona haven't just salvaged a season, they've found an unlikely heartbeat. Szczęsny finishes La Liga with the league's second-best save percentage, tops Champions League in high-claim success, and, almost impossibly, cuts cigarettes down to celebratory moments only. When asked if he fears losing the spot once Ter Stegen heals, he scoffs, "Fear is for penalties I haven't studied yet." The final whistle of the campaign echoes through Camp Nou on a warm May evening. Szczęsny walks a slow lap, daughter on shoulders, confetti snowing. He stops near the south stand, where a banner reads in half-broken Polish, "Dzięki Tech, you saved us." He taps his chest, bows, and flashes the grin that once annoyed half of England. So, was it destiny, dumb luck, or the inevitable result of a man who thrives where normal rules collapse? Whatever the answer, Wojciech Szczęsny proved one outrageous truth. You can set fire to expectations, light a cig on the ashes, and still be the guy who dives headfirst to put flames out when it matters. And somewhere in Marbella, an untouched deck chair waits, just in case the world needs saving one more time.